Welcome to Spelling Bee Ninja, the podcast where we challenge your mind, spark your creativity, and sharpen your reasoning skills. Today, we dive into the exciting world of brain teasers, mind puzzles that require you to think outside the box. Whether you're in elementary school, middle school, or just curious about how to enhance your problem-solving abilities, today's episode is perfect for you. So, get ready to engage your brain and enjoy some fun challenges that will stretch your thinking and stimulate your creativity. Let's start by understanding what a brain teaser truly is. Unlike traditional logic puzzles or math problems, which usually follow clear rules and formulas, brain teasers often require creativity, lateral thinking, and a willingness to see things from unique angles. Think of them as mental games that encourage flexible thinking. When faced with a brain teaser, you might find that the solution isn't straightforward. You often need to break away from conventional thought. For example, consider something called functional fixedness. This is a psychological concept where a person can only realize a tool's traditional use, preventing them from thinking of alternate functions. Can you imagine how this could block your thinking while solving a brain teaser? This is where your creativity comes into play. Let's explore this further with a classic brain teaser, the candle problem. Picture this: you have a candle, a box of thumbtacks, and a book of matches. Your goal is to attach the candle to a corkboard wall so that it burns without dripping wax on the floor. What's the creative solution? The answer lies in using the box to hold the candle. You can empty the box, tack it to the wall, and then place the candle inside it. This way, you successfully keep everything clean while solving the problem in a clever way. This sort of creative thinking is what sets brain teasers apart from regular problems. Now, let's examine the fascinating idea of lateral thinking. This is another term that you might hear often when discussing brain teasers. It refers to solving problems in a method that's indirect or creative. One classic example involves a man who lives on the 20th floor of a building. Each day, he takes the elevator down to the first floor to go to work. However, upon returning, he only rides the elevator up to the 15th floor and then walks the rest of the way to his apartment on the 20th floor. At first glance, this seems puzzling. Why would he do that? Many might assume he is trying to exercise, but the unexpected twist is that he's short. He can only reach the button for the 1 to 15 floors. It's this unexpected turn that often shocks and delights those who hear the riddle. It challenges your assumptions and encourages thinking in unexpected ways. Speaking of assumptions, here's another common scenario found in brain teasers that tricks people because of a hidden assumption: a father and son are involved in a car accident. Tragically, the father passes away, and the boy is rushed to the hospital. Upon arrival, the surgeon exclaims, "I cannot operate on this boy, he is my son." Many people initially wonder how this can be, often overlooking an essential detail: that the surgeon could be the boy's mother. This classic riddle highlights how assumptions can cloud our thinking and hinder our problem-solving abilities. Now, let's engage in some number fun. Here's one that plays on words: I am an odd number. Take away a letter, and I become even. What number am I? The answer is 7. If you remove the S, you are left with even, a playful twist on number names and values. This is another example of how brain teasers not only test your reasoning but also invite you to play with language. As we explore various brain teasers, it's also fascinating to look at their structure. One popular structure is the 9 dots puzzle. In this challenge, you are asked to connect all 9 dots in a 3x3 grid using just 4 straight lines without lifting your pen. Many people struggle with this because they unknowingly limit their thinking to the confines of the box formed by the dots themselves. The key to solving this puzzle is to extend the lines beyond the expected boundaries. This is another excellent reminder that sometimes the limitations we perceive are self-imposed and can prevent us from reaching solutions. Now, what about practical problem solving with everyday items? Here's one more riddle involving jugs. Imagine you have a 5-gallon jug and a 3-gallon jug, and you need to measure out exactly 4 gallons of water. What would be the first step in solving this? The first step is to fill the 3-gallon jug completely and then pour it into the 5-gallon jug. This might seem simple, but it requires you to think ahead regarding how you can maneuver the water using both jugs creatively to arrive at your desired measurement. Finally, How can we improve our skills in solving brain teasers? The best tip is to regularly practice, but beyond that, it's essential to ask yourself some critical questions when you find yourself stuck. Reflect on your assumptions. What am I assuming that might not be true? Often, the answer lies hidden beneath these assumptions. By challenging what you think, you can uncover innovative solutions. To recap, we explored the fascinating world of brain teasers and how they stretch our mental capabilities. We learned about the importance of thinking outside the box and how overcoming assumptions can lead to creative solutions. We discussed functional fixedness and the value of lateral thinking in problem solving. Through engaging examples like the candle problem and the 9 dots puzzle, we demonstrated just how essential it is to consider alternative approaches. Remember, practicing regularly and questioning your assumptions can be your key to becoming a brain teaser expert. Thank you for tuning into this exciting episode of Spelling Bee Ninja. We hope you enjoyed exploring these brain teasers and feel inspired to tackle challenges with a curious mind. Don't forget to continue practicing your problem-solving skills daily. Keep your thinking flexible, and as always, stay curious. Until next time, happy puzzling!